Houses destroyed and hundreds forced to flee as a wildfire burns in the bountiful foothills.
We're still going to be manning those evacuation areas.
Today at 5, the ongoing fight and how investigators believe it was started.
This fire has consumed 3 homes so far.
He did not know that his home was burning down while he went out and checked on all of the neighbors.
How one family is coping after losing everything.
But many are counting their blessings.
We got these 5-inch lines, they were charged, got them all the way up the hill.
Despite the dangers, how homeowners were asked to help firefighters.
Thunderstorms are driving up the fire danger today, and it goes up even higher this weekend. I'll have your forecast.
We begin with breaking news. Fire crews believe the gun range fire is human-caused and say they may know how and where it started.
This fire has already burned between 150 and 300 acres, stretching from the Bountiful B to the Viewmont V.
Hundreds of people remain evacuated at this hour and will not be able to go home tonight, at least until tomorrow morning. We have live team coverage this afternoon from the scene and in studio.
We're going to start with Fox 13's Ben Winslow with the latest on these breaking developments. Ben.
Yeah, the suspected cause was disclosed when Governor Gary Herbert asked incident commanders in front of all of us what they believe caused the wildfire. The governor toured the destruction caused by the gun range fire, meeting with the families whose homes were destroyed, first responders, and city officials. He asked the man overseeing the firefighting response what caused it.
Tell me what will be the process for us to figure out cost or cause, and then what the cost is going to be.
Okay, so cause right now is still undetermined. We currently have investigators from the Forest Service and the state working to determine what the cause is. We are right now, as it looks to be human caused, but we're not. But we don't have a determination yet. There's been several reports that campers in the area, abandoned campfires, other things like that.
The state has already secured FEMA funding to help battle it. Firefighters from surrounding states have responded to assist local agencies.
They've done a tremendous, incredible job. It's just amazing to hear that we've only lost 2 homes and part of a third. It could have been much worse.
After getting off to a slow start, Utah's wildfire season is well underway. As the Labor Day holiday approaches, the governor is pleading with Utahns not to do anything that might spark a wildfire.
We just need to be careful. We've got a big holiday coming up here next Monday, and so we need to be smart. We need to use common sense.
Now, the latest word we have from the Forest Service is that they are looking for 2 people in a small SUV seen on the Bountiful B Road about 1 o'clock this morning. Anyone with information is urged to contact police. Now, here in Bountiful, you can kind of see behind me. Obviously, it looks like the fire appears to have died down, but that is deceptive. Officials are certainly bracing for the possibility of afternoon winds, evening winds picking up, pushing the fire potentially down canyon again toward homes. That's why the evacuation order has not been lifted. Live in Bountiful, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Big new developments as we've covered this fire throughout the day, that this fire possibly is human caused. Ben Winslow, live on scene. Thank you.
Right now, 240 homes are still evacuated because of the fire. Here's a look at the map showing the impacted area on the Bountiful Bench. And we're learning those evacuations will last through tonight, as Ben mentioned.
Fox 13's Lauren Steinbrecher is live at the Red Cross Evacuation Center in Bountiful right now. Lauren, are there many evacuees still there this evening?
Yeah, Kelly and Bob, so there is one family here, which when you consider 240 homes, really amazing. But the Red Cross is set up here in case anybody needs to come in. You just check in right here and take a look at everything that they have. They've got snacks and they've got water ready for people who just need, something to eat or need help. They really had no time when they had to run from their homes this morning, just a couple minutes to get out. So many just left with their kids, maybe not even their animals, and they got out as quickly as they could. Now, while they've been trying to figure out their next steps, fire crews have been out there today. I did talk with the Forest Service, and they said that what they've really been working on is trying to build containment line so that no other homes would burn down or or be threatened from this fire. They even did a little bit of back burning to try to burn it away from homes where they could. So they're still working really hard. Unfortunately, with this fire starting in the middle of the night, it took some time before they were really able to get together and come up with a game plan. But they're going to be working on that. That means evacuees will not be able to come back until at least tomorrow morning. But the police department says they are going to be making sure no one goes into that area and that area stays safe.
We're still going to be manning those evacuation areas. We will also be having officers out there roving and driving around in the area to protect the homes as much as we can.
Police want to say that, really hard time for evacuees because they really had little to take with them, but they are hoping that people do stay away from those areas until they're allowed back. And the Red Cross also has a message with all the donations they've had coming in, the snacks and the water. They're saying they've got more than enough. They've had to turn people away. So at this point, they're saying they're all good. The community really has stepped forward, and considering only one family is staying here, quite a positive outcome as people have really helped these families out during this time of need. Bob and Kelly.
Lauren, real quickly before we let you go, do they anticipate then that the number of people staying at that center will increase as the night goes on, or are they pretty much counting on that one family is going to be the only one they're helping?
It's really hard to tell. They had 3 families that were staying here. Those other 2 families were able to leave and do something else. A lot of people went to work today, so I think a big thing is going to be around that 5 to 7 o'clock hour. How many people are going to be coming in here that need a place to stay tonight? That's going to determine whether this center, stays open tonight, find somewhere for the family to stay, and that's kind of when we'll know, is that 5 to 7 o'clock hour.
All right, Lauren Steinbrecher, thank you so much.
So good to see that community support.
Oh, yeah.
As we've been reporting, 3 homes have completely burned down to the ground in this gun range fire. Fox 13's Aaron Cox spoke with one of those families that lost everything. They were able to return to the site of where their home once stood. Aaron.
Yeah, Kelly, this is the evacuation zone that is still set up here at 900 East and 900 North in Bountiful. Just down the street right here is where that home stood. The Hare family watched as the flames took down the home they love.
It's a surreal feeling to walk through a bomb site and know that was your gathering place for your family for 20 years.
Sheila Hare grew up in this home. She had her wedding reception here, and she says the community called this the Stake Patriarch's house.
We were at the very bottom of the cul-de-sac, and we were getting scorched several hundred yards away from these houses on fire.
Sheila says her parents were out helping their neighbors evacuate, not even knowing their own house was being scorched in the flames.
Both of my parents evacuated all of their neighbors. So they went through door to door. My mom actually went out into her neighborhood and honked the horn on her car and screamed fire to everybody. So they evacuated the entire cul-de-sac.
The house is a total loss, but the memories and the community are saved.
The feelings are shock. However, the community is amazing here and have wrapped their arms around my family already.
Now, Sheila's parents are staying with some of their family members. The family has set up a GoFundMe for their parents just to get them some mattresses and those basic necessities while they bring everything together and start building from scratch the house that they love so much. We'll put a link to that on our website, fox13now.com. Live in Bountiful, Aaron Cox, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Hard to see these stories in these
yeah.
families as they learn that they've lost everything. But again, it just goes back to the community's support there, Aaron, in Bountiful. Wow, we wish them the best. Thank you.
Whether it's with the American Red Cross and bringing supplies there, or reaching out and providing some place for people to go who've been displaced, it's a hallmark of the Utah communities to reach out and help everybody. Fox 13's Haley Higgins spoke to some residents who actually helped the firefighters battle the flames. Haley, tell us about that.
Yeah, that is true, because you saw Aaron's story, the devastation of this fire. Homeowners here believe it could have been a lot worse. So many more homes could have been taken, and firefighters really helped, but they did get some help themselves. Now I am on the corner of Skyline and Northridge Drives where they intersect here. You can see that it is blocked off to traffic, but these flames got very, very close to the properties. I want to show you some video here. Homeowners said that the flames looked to be about 30 to 40 feet high when they were told that they just had 2 minutes to evacuate. We are again on the south side of the fire. Now, many of these homeowners went quickly, taking just a few belongings with them, but others, they held back to save other homes.
My first thought was, we're done. It's over.
Yeah, that was the sentiment of a lot of people here when they were finally forced to evacuate because it became too dangerous. But then again, when they were able to come back today and see their homes, they were shocked that it was still there. Also, they were shocked that the fire got within feet of so many homes on this south side. Now you can see homeowners are trying to get in this area. Some have been able to walk to their homes. We even saw a family that parked here and they were able to get to their home. They grabbed a few belongings, some clothes for overnight, and then they got into their minivan and headed off. So a lot of people anxious to get back here, but again, it could have been so much worse. Firefighters worked really hard on this, and it's interesting to see how many fighter agencies have come in here. I've seen hot shots from Boise that were here. I've also seen firefighters as far south as Unified Fire Authority and the Utah County firefighters as well.
We commend those firefighters tonight. They have done a good
Outstanding job.
One of the reasons why they're keeping those evacuations in place tonight is because of the unstable winds. Haley Higgins, thanks so much. We're going to bring Kristen Van Dyke in right now. As the afternoon goes on and we get into these cooler temperatures at night, Kristen, I think the big fear is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the down canyon winds that could shift these firewalls.
Oh, exactly. The winds are for the most part light. Last night we had thunderstorm activity driving the wind, so that makes things a lot tougher. We do have storms out there, but I don't think we're going to have anything that impacts the Wasatch Front. But at night, as temperatures cool, all that air slides down the mountain because cooler air is heavier and it wants to sink to the bottom of the valley floor. And so we'll see a change in wind direction, and so that's what they're going to be watching really closely.